This is the first time I ever set up a camera to capture myself sketching out in the wild. And let's just say I learned a lot that first sketching session. Today, let's watch me sketch this colorful mural at the Our Lady of Wisdom Byzantine Church here in Las Vegas, while I come clean about the 7 rookie mistakes I made filming my first urban sketching video. Mistake number 1, it is right here from the very first second. I didn't lock the autofocus on my camera. So every time my hand moves across the page, the camera tries to chase it, hunting for something sharp to come into view. Luckily, it settles down a little bit, but the next time I will tap that focus button first thing. So I'm Donna Fox, and I am not a professional artist, as if you couldn't tell. Not yet, anyway, but I'm determined to grow into one. So if you're returning to my channel, hello again, my dear sketchy friends. And if you're new here, hi, come on in, get cozy. I'm just gonna babble while we watch me sketch and record it for the first time. So mistake number 2 was skipping the part where I show you where I am. I didn't bother to film any establishing shots of the church. So there's no sweeping view of the outside, no glimpse of the front doors, not even a 360 view spinning around in the center of the church. Instead of traveling with me to visit the church, you're actually just stuck seeing my sketch, which is fine, but it's a missed opportunity to share the most amazing church. This church really deserved all of the love I could give it. It was tiny but overflowing with color and visuals and details and gold everywhere. It was a maximalist's dream, and as a sketcher, the kind of place that I can return to 100 times and always find something to capture. Now, personally, I have been doing a lot of soul-searching deep work lately as I'm taking steps to move from someone who uses art as a hobby to someone who is stepping into an art career. Now, I'm kind of recovering from burnout as a marketing exec, and I'm starting to believe that art could provide something more meaningful to my life, a chance to do work that I love. And I want to see if I can carve out a space for myself as an artist and maybe bring a few people like you along for the ride with my art channel. Because right now I have no idea what my art will be. I don't know even the kind of art that I'm going to create. I don't know which medium. I'm a style hopper. I love them all. I don't know what my subject matter will be. And it's hard to create a following when you don't know where you're leading. So during this learning process, I'm going to explore the countless ways to earn money with art and figure out which ones I'm going to pursue. So there's a lot of lack of clarity when it comes to this idea about pursuing art as a business, other than I'm pretty clear that that's where I want to go. And I'm very clear that urban sketching will be part of my art practice forever. It's that fundamental to who I am as an artist. And the urban sketching group as an organization, it means a lot to me. So you can count on seeing a lot of sketchbook pages, coffee shops, cafes, parks, and anywhere else that I can go and sketch and take a video and share with you. Here's mistake number 3. I moved my sketchbook, and it is now crooked and hanging out of the shot in the corner. And after I did that, moving my sketchbook, I committed mistake number 4, which was failing to adjust the camera when the book wandered off center. So I cut some of this footage out when things are going to move off the edge. I'm going to work on the lower left-hand corner, and you won't be able to see any of that because it is out of view. You get this accidental close-up of various parts of my hand, but you're only getting a partial view of the drawing, and that is not exactly the cinematic masterpiece that I had imagined for this video. Mistake number 5 was when I set up the shot, I failed to give enough margin around the edges of the shot to handle image stabilization in editing. So what that means is every time I bumped the camera, you're going to get a nice little earthquake effect. I saw it a few seconds ago, so I wanted to point it out. The sketching itself is sped up to about 10 times normal speed, and then I dropped it to 5 times when I got to the painting, and then again into double speed. So what you're seeing now is double speed, so you can really appreciate it. But that does bring me to mistake number 6, which was not keeping the palette fully in the view or keeping track of the paint colors. I couldn't tell you what colors I'm using even if I wanted to. And now this is not a tutorial, but I do want to learn to make tutorials, which means learning to tell you as well as show you all of my work. I've mentioned urban sketching a number of times, and if you're wondering what this thing called urban sketching is, it really is just a term for sketching on location, out in the real world, from life and not from photographs. There is an official global community with a manifesto that we'll talk about in a future video, and there are chapters of the Urban Sketching Organization all over the world. I will drop you a link in the description if you'd like to come sketch with the Las Vegas chapter sometime. I first heard the term urban sketching at the end of 2022. I practiced it a few times at home and then with photos, inching closer to the real thing. I took my sketchbook on a cruise and set a goal to sketch something every day. But the real turning point for me, and why urban sketching is so important, was in February of 2023, when this very shy introvert forced herself to show up for an actual Urban Sketchers meetup. I spent most of that morning at a safe distance from everyone else. But by the end, I gathered the courage to say hello, and it changed my life. I made real friends that day, people who understand the strange joy of sitting on a curb and drawing strangers walking by. And my very first live sketch with them? It was at 7 Magic Mountains, an art installation of giant neon-painted boulders stacked in the desert. Bright colors, simple shapes, perfect for a beginner. And I even dared to sketch a few people in here in the background. Terrifying, but I did it. So before I give you mistake number 7, there are a couple of things that I did right, and I just want to kind of pat myself on the back. Great job, Donna. You didn't get your head in the shot once. You kept shadows to a minimum, and your battery didn't die. Plus, you did it, and now you're editing it. Great job. Facing all of this new learning, new practices, new habits, it's not always easy, but it is always worth it. And sadly, as we come here to the end, mistake number 7 is failure to get final footage on location of me and my sketch. The final image I'm about to show is the best I can do. Overall, not bad for my first urban sketching filming experience. And here's an image of everyone's sketch from that day. It's called a throwdown in urban sketching, and one of my favorite parts, seeing what everyone did that particular day with the same or similar inspiration. With that, my friends, we are rapidly getting to the end of this sketch, so I'm going to say goodbye for now. My next sketch will be covering the Urban Sketching from Home Challenge, day 1 that I have begun. And believe me, there are a lot of sketching, filming lessons being learned in that. So, sketch you later. Oh gosh, was that too corny? That was kind of cheesy. Tell me if I'm lame in the comments. I'm just happy you made it this far. See you next time.